with Jon Impemba and James Grande.
What's going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm NBA DFS Playbook Preview Show. It is Wednesday. 7 games on tap here for the main slate. Grande, before we get going in the show, I'm going to start off with the question of the day. You gave the question of the day last night, asking everybody who they thought would represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals this year. I'm going to go with, who is your favorite player growing up?
Ooh, good. That's a good one. Were you thinking on that one? You were cooking dinner. You were like, "What's the question of the day?"
I thought of it right after you asked your question last night. What a better question would be.
Oh, come on.
Ask everybody.
A better question.
So what was your favorite player as a child? I'll start with you. I feel like I know potentially who we're going with here. You certainly have one notable favorite player that you and I've discussed plenty of times, but was that your original, the OG favorite player growing up?
So, I became a Bulls fan in New York because my dad would take me to New Jersey to watch him at the Izod Center when the Nets used to play there.
Sure.
Then as I grew older, I liked everyone, but my favorite player, it's obscure a little bit, is Luol Deng.
Luol Deng, okay.
It's my favorite player that was growing up. Like, obviously, I used to watch Duke basketball religiously. He played at Duke for a year, and then he got drafted by the Bulls, who I root for. That just became my favorite player. A very fun player to watch. A very old school 40-minute a night. Played every minute of every game. Very good overall player. Very hard-nosed scorer. Shot the 3 ball a little better by like the middle of his career. Like, definitely a work in progress. And now, John, Luol Deng, probably a better person than he is was ever a basketball player. He funded the South Sudan Olympic basketball team this past Olympics out of pocket so that they could travel and literally attend the Olympics and whatnot. So he runs their basketball program. So cool, pretty cool favorite player growing up. But yeah, Luol Deng was mine. I don't know if that's who you thought I was going to go with.
I was going to go with Derrick Rose. You and I obviously have talked a lot about your affinity for Derrick Rose, but Luol Deng also great bull, right, during the time there. For me, I guess I'll cheat a little bit. So the obviously Celtics fan, so we're going to go with Boston Celtics here. The first jersey I ever owned was Paul Pierce. Obviously, rookie year, Paul Pierce. I have like a vivid memory of him dunking off a missed free throw one time. He just kind of like came through the back and just jammed it home on a self rebound putback. His rookie year, though, obviously it was like 98, 99. I had passively watched the Celtics, before that, and Dana Barros was sort of the first Celtic player that I ever really remember, because I used to watch the Celtics games on TV, and you'd hit a 3 and they would always say like bing, bang, boom, Barros. And I was just like, I'm 6 years old, 7 years old.
Yeah. And you're repeating that.
Dana Barros. So Dana Barros, point guard, was like the first Celtics player that I kind of like drew me to the team, where I sort of became like paying it more attention. And then that also just happened to coincide right around the time where it's like, when you're like 8, 9, 10 years old, that's sort of like the beginning of like your true fandom. Like, you begin to really understand the game. You have your favorite players, whatever. So like Paul Pierce is just right there for me. Him, Antoine Walker, always remember the Paul Pierce, Al Harrington, Pacers playoff game where they're talking trash and he does a step back 3 and just murders that man's soul. So Paul Pierce for me is like my all-time favorite player growing up. But Dana Barros was actually my introduction to the Celtics as a player. So let us know who your favorite players are in the chat. We'll kick the show off with a question each and every day to get you guys more involved. We like to learn more about you guys as listeners here as well. You want to hit that like, share, subscribe button. It's a free way to support our work that we do here each and every day. But Grande, we got 7 games to talk about here, man.
Let's get it.
Nikola Jokic is $13,000.
I'm happy he's on the slate. Honestly, I'm happy we're here.
Also fair. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. cutoff here for the 7. Playing Denver, New Orleans. Is he going to pay off the $13K price tag against the Pelicans? Is he going to play long enough to pay off a $13K price tag?
There hasn't been many that he hasn't paid off a $13K price tag lately.
Man's been money. 88 fantasy points, 86 2 nights before that. Those were relatively competitive games-ish. We'll see what happens with the Pelicans.
He lost. I mean, he outright lost to the Bulls went into their a second leg of a back-to-back after 2 overtimes.
Yeah.
We've talked about it on the show a lot. Hardest place to play a second leg of a back-to-back is Denver.
Yeah. So he's $13K now. You got SGA at 10.6. You have Maxey at 10K. So those are your top spend-ups here on the slate, which brings us to point guard, SGA against Sacramento. Did Sabonis get ruled out for this one already? Is questionable?
Yes, he's out.
So, again, Sacramento, probably not likely. Probably wasn't likely to compete anyways, but, Thunder here, 10.6. Maxey against Toronto at 10K. Maxey keeps on being an absolute animal. LaMelo 94 versus Indiana. They got Nembhard back. Not Nembhard. They got Mathurin back the other day. Donovan Mitchell with the point guard, shooting guard eligibility. Back to point Donnie here. $9,300. Steph Curry when nuclear. I guess we'll see back to back. I imagine he'd still play $9,200 here. He gets Miami and a big pace up spot. Dude, if Steph's going to play this way at $9,200 against Miami, that's a really, really nice price tag. But how are you kind of breaking down those top 5 point guards here?
I don't know if you've looked. Have you looked at OKC Sacramento spread?
Dude, OKC's had a couple of games of 17.5. Are we there again?
Do you think it's higher or lower than that?
I don't know. They were just 17.5 against the Pelicans, I think, right? So
yeah. Do you think they're higher? I'm asking, or do you think it's 17.5 again?
I think it's
higher, lower, or even. It's 18.5 in this one.
Okay.
We're gonna so that's where I'm gonna leave it. I'm just gonna move on
because he's only played 20. He hasn't played 30 minutes in 4 games. He's given you 53, 54, and 60 in those games.
There has to be a rule, right? Like these spreads, like we're seeing like people ask us questions about like Brooklyn and the Celtics like being blown. It was a close game basically until the fourth quarter, right? Till the end of the fourth quarter. The OKC is in a different tier. Like, yes, 18.5 point spread. I believe it. I believe it. I will succumb to the blowout Kings. They're going to blow this team out of the water. And SGA is not going to play 30 minutes.
I agree.
So as much as I'd like to play him, the Maxey play, I think, is very interesting here.
Paul George
came back, already rolled out, and Embiid's doubtful, and Oubre's out. And Paul George came back in this game, and they said, Tyrese, you got 40 in you again tonight? He's like, yup, minutes or points? They said both. He said bet.
Both.
He said bet. So, yeah, Tyrese Maxey, it's a tough spot. We've been kind of talking about how good Toronto's been defensively lately, but Maxey's just torching everybody. Yeah. LaMelo, minutes, again, just... I just don't like the minutes, but it is an obvious spot, right? With how whatever's happening to Indiana, they're one of like 11 teams in NBA history to get blown out in 7 or lose by 15 or more in 7 straight games. That's still happening, so they could
doesn't happen for Charlotte though, you know.
If it does, I mean things are looking pretty bad. This is a tough spot for Donovan Mitchell, but like, I'll just regurgitate every take that I say every time we talk about Donovan Mitchell. He's having a career year. This is the most points he's scored. Look at what he's doing every night. The minutes are up. Okay, like we say it every night, but
he's about to be hounded by Ahmed Thompson for
Ahmed Thompson. He is going to be hounded by Ahmed Thompson. But if that game's going to stay competitive at all, you know, that's the fun part. Let's see. We have 232.5, 1.5. Cleveland's getting 1.5 at home.
Sure.
So if Mitchell is going off, it doesn't matter what Amin Thompson's doing. And you mentioned it. I mean, Steph is just 3 of his last 4 games, he's gone nuclear because he's still that dude. So
59, I think tonight, 64, 65 in 3 of the last 4.
Yeah, if you always in tournaments, right? You can always play this man in tournaments.
Murray gets the Pelicans again at 86. Amin 79, Westbrook 77. Quickly Nembhard, Grimes, and AJ Mitchell, I guess. So your top tier, only one guy in the 8K range, 2 guys in your 7K, then a bunch of 6Ks. I mean, Murray's obviously always in a good spot. It's just whether or not that game stays competitive long enough. And then you have Quickly and Nembhard, and you just kind of figure out whether or not they're going to be good enough for long enough, right?
Yeah, I actually wanted to look what we got for the Nembhard role. I don't know what we got for usage with the Mathurin return. I already looked at the Mathurin price. We're gonna enjoy it quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I didn't see what his usage was with Mathurin because I mean it doesn't 10. He only took 10. I don't know if it's coincidence, right? 32 minutes, 10 shot attempts. The first game, Benedict Mathurin comes back. Andrew Nembhard, 21.5% usage rate. It's fine, but obviously just trending in the wrong direction there. So I think it's fine. Quickly had a really good game the other day. We talked about it. How repeatable are 10 rebounds? That's a tough one.
Yeah.
But always in play in tournaments. Quentin Grimes played 36 minutes the other day, by the way.
Grimes to me is the interesting one without Oubre, without George.
And Embiid. I mean, they're not playing McCain. They're playing a handful of minutes off the bench.
Yeah, because we know he can pop.
Yes.
$6,100 for him there. Again, AJ Mitchell's there. 61. McCollum, 58. Davion's 56. Did any of these sort of value plays stand out to you?
Davion. Have we said anything about him before?
Steady, productive player. He was actually cold for the first half of that game against the Knicks and then turned it on.
He had a really good final minute of the first half. He hit a couple threes to escalate him, and then he just kept going. I mean, he's just really safe. So I don't mind Davion. DiVincenzo has a really good matchup. GPPs. Fears is a high ceiling guy scoring the basketball, but
will he be in this spot?
Will he be? And we don't know if Zion's back, what his role is going to look like with Zion back and everything.
You played a lot of Reed Shepherd lately?
I have played a lot of Reed Shepherd. Dude.
Only 4,800, barely moving him.
It's a really fun game. This game is fun. 232 implied points. Look at the minutes. The production has been great. There's not a lot to dislike about Reed. And we saw the minutes tied for his season high the first game without Tyrese. And so I am very bullish on a sub 5K Reed Shepherd for the foreseeable future. As long as he's going to stay at that price, I'm going to have interest.
Sure. Any other values down here for you?
Any other values?
Alvarado, McConnell, Johnson's 42.
Yeah, they benched him with Koulibaly back. I don't think so. Alvarado's playing low 20s minutes, but it's not a comfortable roster.
Yeah.
I have to look at the 3K range because I just feel like there's going to be something that's wrong just now every day. But no, I don't see anything else.
Okay. Shooting guard. Up at the top here, again, Donovan Mitchell we discussed. Anthony Edwards is still just $9,100. Again, matchup against the Wizards, pretty good spot for him there if he gets the minutes. Only played 29 against Dallas. Didn't need him to play much more than that, but 91's an elite price tag for what Anthony Edwards can do.
Yes.
And then you have your 7K range of Murphy, Powell, Ingram, and Jaquez, all guys that we've played and have been burned by at times this season. So,
yeah, I mean, honestly, Brandon Ingram coming off his best game of the year and his price dropped. So I definitely think Brandon Ingram is probably the guy in this tier that I would gravitate towards first. If anything, we know the role is consistent. Like in competitive games, look, 37 minutes, and he is a high usage player. If anybody on this team, out of anybody on this team, I have confidence that I will go down swinging with Brandon Ingram missing shots more than anybody else. Like if it's whether like Quickly might take 8 shots in a game, right? And Scotty Barnes might have 5 fouls and take 6 shots because he has 12 rebounds and like 8 assists. I know for a fact Brandon Ingram is going to get me as much volume as he possibly can while he's out there. So, yeah, I like the price going down. I like the matchup against Philly. It's a really good spot. They're bottom 10 defensively this year. So that would probably be the guy that stands out to me in that tier.
LaMelo Ball came back. Colin Campbell's still knocking down shots.
Yes, he was good, really good the other day for sure.
$6,500 now against Indiana. Is he worth the price to you?
Like if I'd probably be more likely currently to play Knipple than LaMelo at their respective prices.
Okay. You mentioned the Mathurin price, $6K. Came back 25 minutes, 25 actual in that game, 5 fouls, took 16 shots.
He took, I mean, dude, he is kind of what he is, right? Like
16 shots, by the way, 14 free throw attempts. So
he was in big foul trouble the whole first half. Scored. I think we hopped on the call to do the pod and I said, have you seen what Ben Mathurin did?
Yeah.
You're like, no. I was like, oh, he just scored 15 straight to start the fourth quarter.
Yes. You're like, do you know how they like came back in that game? I said, I don't. He's like, it's all Mathurin.
But then he lost the final 3 minutes to blowout. So he lost minutes to foul trouble in the first half, lost 3 minutes to blowout. He's pacing for 30 minutes. We're in his first game back, right? 30 minutes. So I am telling you right now at 10:30 p.m. the night before the slate, I'm playing Benedict Mathurin on Wednesday. That's at 6K. It is criminal. Criminal.
I agree. Next group down: Keyshawn George, Schroeder, Sexton, Monk. Anything there for you?
Maybe Malik Monk, but it's OKC, so like no. You could play like Isaiah Joe in blowout narrative. He's always on the floor in blowouts. I don't got much else.
Golden State sits people. Richard could be interesting at 45.
Yeah, if Golden State sits people, sure. I don't have much confidence anywhere else though.
Okay. Small forward. KD at $8,500 here. KD has been pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good player.
Yep, pretty good player.
DDR, Jaquez, RJ Barrett, 69. A lot of guys out around them. Maybe Kuminga returns here.
Yeah, they ruled him out like pretty fast with the knee on Tuesday. I would kind of be surprised if he played, but I guess it's definitely possible that this was part of the plan, right? Rest him and then play him tomorrow. I know Kerr spoke before Tuesday's game and said Horford's not playing. So that's definitive, but I don't think I didn't see anything that he said about Kuminga. Durant is definitely in play. I don't love the price, but in play. No, it's hard for me to want to play DeRozan. You could always play Jaquez in a tournament. Actually, you know what? Bam is expected to play. So I would like to see how the role fits with Jaquez again. Because I know they were coexisting to begin the year, but Jaquez wasn't 7,100 to begin the year. He was like 4,000 something. So to your RJ point, for sure. DeAndre Hunter, 6,000.
Price correction. And hilariously enough, we spoke it into existence. He didn't pay off the price tag.
What's going to be hilarious is he's going to go for like 7x at $6,000 at no ownership whatsoever.
Yep, 4,500. Everybody says you absolutely have to play him. This is a crime. How could he possibly be priced at 18 fantasy points?
Yep.
4x.
Yep.
Didn't even play. Played like 26 minutes.
26 minutes. Yep.
Crime. Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah, I actually forgot this was a. So I wonder what they would do. Let's click into Minnesota here, because I don't think they would go triple big. That would be kind of insane. I could see a scenario where Clark or Conley, like it's pretty simple. Like I feel like Clark or Conley would be your starter. Jalen Clark, 3,300, kind of fits like the Jaden McDaniels mold, defensive first player. Or they would just shift Conley into the starting lineup and play Ant and DiVincenzo as just like positionless wings. But I don't know. I think I think if McDaniel sits, it's Jalen Clark or Mike Conley. Probably I would lean Jalen Clark would get the start there.
Okay. Again, Moody would be a pretty interesting play here if guys were to sit. The minutes are going to be there. We've seen what his ceiling could be scoring. Jarice is 52. Koulibaly is back, 51. Cam J was really good the other day.
He was actually good.
First time all season. He knocked down 5 threes.
Yep.
What are we thinking in this range?
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Cam J. I don't hate Koulibaly. You know, Moody, obviously, like you said, has to be in a scenario where people are sitting. Cam Johnson had been so bad, but he's playing like he should obviously be better.
Should be better because his whole job now is to hit open threes.
I know he was dealing with, I think it was a shoulder. There was, it was a shoulder
for 37 minutes. Obviously, performance probably helped, but
it was a shoulder at first and then bicep. So it does make you wonder, like your shoulder hurts and you're being tasked to shoot the basketball, right? Mm-hmm. Like that's a little bit concerning. Yeah, I mean, 5K is definitely a fine price tag. Peyton Watson's going to start, play 30 minutes. What he does is anyone's guess after that. Sure. Lou Dort, 4,400, but
do you get any extra Justin Edwards minutes? No George, no Oubre?
It's definitely possible. I mean, he's been kind of like back in the rotation for Philly lately. No George, no Oubre. Basically, no McCain.
We're gonna get the Barlow, so
we'll get the Barlow starting. Yeah, I mean it's a Edwards is fine. I think he's probably wish he was like a little bit cheaper. I don't think there's anything else. You can't play Whitmore anymore, unfortunately.
Jalen Clark.
Yeah, just what I just said. He's gonna start if Jaden McDaniels doesn't play.
Power forward. Siakam's 93. Maybe today's the day Zion plays. There we go. Stephen Curry, uncertain for Wednesday. His own words. So
he is tired. He is tired.
Get ready for that. Get ready for the Warriors second leg back-to-back. Does Butler return to Miami? Is this his first?
Yeah.
Is the first one?
Yep.
Does he have the balls to play?
Oh yeah. If it's no Steph, it's no Steph.
Because you're king anti-revenge game Butler.
No. Last year I was king anti-revenge game Butler because it was a stupid spot.
Okay.
It was like maybe this isn't the first. Was it last year?
Yeah.
He was like $9,200 or something like that.
Everybody's like, Butler's a spiteful SOB. And you're like, I am not touching this guy with a 10-foot pole.
Dude, he was like 9,200 or something
he was horrific
absurd
in that game.
He was horrific.
He was not good at all. Second leg back to that, we'll see what happens. But at $8,100, if like Steph is up, but Butler plays, people are going to be all over Jimmy Butler.
Well, I would play him at that price in a pace-up spot like this.
Yeah.
Last year's Miami team is not this year's Miami team.
That's fair. All right. Well, then Barnes, Bridges, Randall, Butler. How would you?
Wait, how's Butler? He was just like shooting guard eligible like 2 days ago. Barnes, Bridges, Randall, Butler, Mobley. It's a great tier. It's a great
Every
tier.
single one of these guys can go for 50 plus fantasy points.
Yeah, Scotty's gone for 60 this year. Bridges has gone for 60 this year. I think Randall's gone for 50, high 50s, mid 50s, somewhere in there.
54, 53 twice.
Butler's gotten high 50s this year, like recently. Mobley,
tonight, I think, didn't he? 33, 7 and 4, 3 steals. He got 50 tonight.
Yeah, definitely got 50 tonight. Mobley's had 50. Yeah, I mean, this is a super good tier with like no wrong answer. You know, sans the revenge narrative, Jimmy stands out if there's no Steph.
Yeah.
Randall gets Washington.
Yeah. Horford's not playing either because Horford played tonight.
And Horford's not playing. Randall gets Washington. I mean,
we were all so bullish on Randall versus Dallas, and then they didn't need him. So
they didn't need any. They just need Naz Reid.
Naz Reid's like, I got this. You guys go rest.
They just needed Naz Reid. Brother, we'll see you in Valhalla.
I mean, Wiggins, Aaron Gordon had double, I think, in that game.
Dude, Aaron Gordon is a monster this year. Yeah. You know why? Because we said it with Jamal Murray, too. These dudes just came in healthy.
Yeah.
Look at this man.
Well, I mean, he opened the year hitting 10 threes, and then I don't think he might have just started to hit 10 threes total since.
I know, but he's been a freak, like scoring. He's been amazing. Naz Reid has also been quite amazing.
Naz Reid off the bench against Washington here, and Sarr. By the way, Sarr questionable. So we might get Bagley and then Vucevic.
Vucevic
off the bench there.
Oh boy.
Fantasy point per minute, just monster.
Yeah.
Tristan Vukovic. Barlow.
Jabari is questionable too.
Yeah. And no Tari already.
Wheels up, Reed Shepard. Holy cow.
Yeah. Bay questionable. Not that matters much, but
yeah, he sat last game. I mean, it did matter last game because they started Queen and Misi, and it was the worst decision ever.
Might get Zion back.
Yep.
Barlow played 21 minutes in that game. It wasn't great. But
I mean, he's
no George, no Oubre, maybe no Embiid, probably starts again.
Is he your third cousin?
No.
Okay, just asking. No, I was just asking. Just a question.
Could be this guy. Could get Watford. Someone's gonna start, man.
I agree. I'm not saying they're not going to. They're not gonna not. They're playing 5 guys, not 4.
They're gonna play 5. They probably only need 4, but they're gonna play 5. Maxi's good enough for 2.
That's true.
Does Precious Achua start with no Sabonis?
They are gonna probably start Drew Eubanks. Okay. Eubanks started and had a monster game earlier in the year.
All right. I got nothing else here then.
Naquan Tomlin, rest in peace. He barely played the other day.
Center, Joker 13K, as we've talked about, then dumps down to Şengün at 95. You mentioned the returning Bam at $8,200. Khalil Ware's pretty good, but he's got Bam to deal with now. So
yeah. So what I think is, to full circle your question that started the show, can Jokic pay off 13K? Obviously he can. Will he? I don't know. He can do it in 3 quarters.
He got 59 and 28 year.
He can do it in 3 quarters, but it's obviously, like, the way I look at it is, we just broke down a whole slate, and possibly the only sub 4K play we're going to get to is Jalen Clark.
Mm-hmm.
And that might not be comfortable at all, because Jalen Clark is good defensively. He's not like some offensive stalwart. I almost feel better playing Şengün. And I think moving forward, if I think this is we're in a spot that Şengün's going to play 35 plus minutes, then I'm going to play him, because the triple doubles are obviously coming. He took 31 shots. I understand it was overtime, but he played 40 minutes in regulation and took 31 shots overall while almost triple doubling.
Mm-hmm.
Why I'm saving $3,500.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying there's levels to this, obviously, and why they're priced this way, and why Jokic has 280 burgers in 3 games and Şengün has 0 on the year. There's obviously levels, but Şengün also has back-to-back 60 bombs and is still $9,500. That's in a competitive game where he is sub 10K and going to play high 30s minutes on a team that is already down multiple rotation pieces. Like Finney-Smith hasn't played, Eason's out, Jabari's questionable. Şengün's going to play a lot. Udoka does not like playing guys outside of his rotation. So
yeah.
That's my 2 cents on it. I am
okay.
Yeah.
Next tier down, then. Where do you want to? I mean, Drummond 62. If there's no Embiid.
Yeah, he has.
Taylor Ward just got traded to the Orioles.
That's a great trade for the Orioles. They're apparently shopping him and Joe Adell, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. The Angels were shopping Joe Adell, too. Yeah, I mean, Drummond's been awesome, dude. Embiid's doubtful. So, like, I think, wasn't he doubtful? He's been upgraded from doubtful this year, hasn't he, Embiid? I'm pretty sure he's been doubtful to in before this year. But if he, like you said, if Embiid doesn't play, dude, they didn't have Bona or Embiid. They played Andre Drummond 38 gosh dang minutes. I don't know if you've seen this. Andre Drummond was asked after the game about his 3-point shot because Andre Drummond is making threes.
Ooh. Grayson Rodriguez sent to the Angels.
Holy cow. It's a basketball show, but whoa, dude.
I mean,
whoa.
That's a pitcher right there. Shoulder problems, but like.
What's the meme? The old record player? The old record player meme? Like, but it's like, obviously he's not new. Like, could be fun or broken, but could be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Andre Drummond 6,200 looks really good. Pirtle at 58.
So Cardi Morbius is questionable for this game.
He played 32 minutes last game, and yeah, I mean, we know Pirtle's just going to keep playing, right? Like they just are, especially with Drummond. Like especially if Drummond's on the other side, we're going to get max minutes from Pirtle. Derek Queen did it again, just stuffed the stat sheet for while he's out there.
We all ruled him dead, and then he came back on the floor and filled the stat sheet again. Yeah.
Yep. That's in classic Derek Queen fashion.
He's basically Kate Cunningham, right? Just 2.5 quarters. You're not really sure what you're going to get out of him, and then you look up at the end of the night, and your DK app shows flames.
One of the greats here at Fantasy Alarm, I See Through You, asked in Discord the other day about Isaiah Jackson. And I was like, oh, he has like a pretty high ceiling, kind of like pretty low floor.
I mean, they weren't playing him, which is like
they started him on Monday.
Right.
I don't know if that's because they just like him with Mathurin, right? Like that's the lineup that they like. Like
I mean, that was supposed to be their initial starting lineup.
Right. So they were just doing it like maybe Mathurin and Isaiah Jackson are like the pick and roll combination that they like prefer, right?
Possibly. They also could have just wanted the bigger, I guess, set versus Detroit, possibly because
Bradley's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, but Bradley sucks.
Yeah, but you said bigger. He's huge. He's much bigger.
Fair enough.
Isaiah Jackson's like athletic, but like very skinny.
They shouldn't be giving up on Isaiah Jackson to play Tony Bradley.
I agree. I'm not supporting that decision. I'm just saying like it is a little bit interesting. $4,200 if we're going to see that amount of playing time.
I mean, you get Kalkbrenner here, not to just skip by him there either. $4,500.
Yeah, him and Diabate both are just good every night. Look at Musa. Look at this man, dude. 20 plus fantasy points every night for Musa Diabate.
We get a post start for this one, you think, or what?
Ugh.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Someone's got to start at center for them. Horford's out, right? Like,
dude, I think they'd rather start Pajemski at center than Brandon Post.
All right. Obligatory Mamouche out.
Yeah.
Sad 15-minute performance the other day. Still nearly got there.
I'll say this. Exactly what I was going to say. If there's no Jabari, they're going to just play Steven Adams regardless, because even if they do Reed, actually, you know what? They would do double big. They would just do the double big lineup against Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. And
then we all want to play Steven Adams because he's $3,700 and has 57 rebound upside.
I'd play him.
So would I. 13 rebounds in 18 or 27 minutes the other day.
All right. Time to build a core.
Let's do it.
For everybody here. Reed Shepherd. Start there.
Yes.
There wasn't like a lot of value, I feel like, that we were.
Dude, that's what I was saying. That's the Jokic problem today. The Jokic problem is we don't have the value.
We play Nas.
Could play Nas.
Really
like that.
Good,
Yep.
right?
He's very good at basketball. Yeah, all the rates, the minutes. We talked about this. The minutes were trending way up for him.
You were pretty hard on Şengün there, so I'm good with that one.
Pause.
Who?
Nothing.
Okay. Where do we go next? $6,000 a play. Mathurin. Yeah, we did Mathurin.
He's 6,000, dude. He's just too good.
We do Reed at point guard, Mathurin at shooting guard.
I like it.
And then one more, 6,100.
Looking at small forward here.
I mean, if Curry doesn't play, it's Richard or Moody, right? Like that's where we'd probably go there.
It'd probably be Jimmy. I would probably say Jimmy in that pace spot. I wouldn't hate those plays like Pods. I still think they're all too crazy. It still feels like so expensive for all of them. No.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, but you do speak the pace up spot into the.
Yes, that's true. Into the you're right.
I mean, Moody's 56. This is a pretty good spot for him there.
The Moody one is tough because
he's already playing the minutes, right? So
yes.
It would just be if he gets the shots.
Yes, if he would just get the shots. Yes. It's a tough one, dude. There's not a lot of value.
It is. They did some good pricing on this. They did.
I will say what you could do if you wanted to double center is play Isaiah Jackson, but then we'd have 2 7 PMs in the util and center spot. That kind of sucks. Oh, we didn't talk Eubanks at 42. He's probably going to start for whatever that's worth.
I mean, there's really not a lot here. I almost at this point want Justin Edwards to start, just to play him at $4,100.
Jaden McDaniels sit just so he can play $3,300 Jalen Clark.
Yeah, I feel like this is the longest we've gone without building an example lineup. But this is the longest it's taken for us to build an example lineup. I'm just going to go Moody here. I'm already playing the minutes. Okay. Steph saying he may not play.
Okay.
Forward Moody. All right. So small forward, guard, and utility. Again, hey, preview show. We'll have a lot more information come 5 p.m. on Wednesday. We'll break that all down for you. I'll have the playbook out, so I'll be updating that throughout the day for you guys to get you ready for this 7-game main slate. Once again, we appreciate you all tuning in. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. And if you're one of those people that scans to the end of the show just to see the example lineup, don't forget to leave your favorite player growing up in the comment section. That's how we let off the show. That's how we'll end the show. Put your favorite player that you watched growing up in the comment section, Grande had Luol Deng. I had Paul Pierce, Sands, also a little Dana Barros introduction to the Celtics there. Again, we'll be back at 5. We'll see you then.